As the old adage goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Is Honeycomb's dethroned founder and former CEO about to fool us all again with Meridian GMT? Or is he the brilliant visionary some say he is, about to leave his permanent fingerprint on flight simulation yet again? Stick around and let's get into it. In the world of flight simulation hardware, few names stir as much passion and controversy as Nicki Repenning. From pioneering affordable, high quality flight sim controls to a dramatic corporate split, his journey is one of innovation, triumph, and turmoil. Today, as we dive into his story, his groundbreaking products at Honeycomb Aeronautical, the fallout that shook the sim community, and whether his new venture, Meridian GMT, is poised for success or destined to repeat history. Nicki Repenning has his roots in Europe. His LinkedIn education resume lists only a 2-year period at the Niels Brock Business College in Copenhagen, Denmark, and mentions no degree received there when he left in the year 2000. He then had a few short duration jobs in Europe in sales management for European media and electronic gaming companies. He landed his first long-term job in 2002 at Mad Catz, which at the time was an industry leader in console gaming controllers and software. After Mad Catz acquired Saytech in 2008, Nicki moved from Europe to San Diego and became a senior product manager for their Saytech ProFlight simulation line.
I'm Nicki from Saytech. Today we're going to take a look at some cool products in our ProFlight range. The Cessna ProFlight range consists of 3 products: the Cessna yoke system, the Cessna rudder pedals, and the Cessna trim wheel.
For much of a decade, the Saytech products dominated the still nascent sim industry, and despite their limitations, set the standard. But Nicki's vision was bigger. As an insider, he recognized their limitations and the potential for improvement. In 2011, Nicki received his FAA private pilot's license. He departed Mad Catz in 2012 before Saytech was later sold to Logitech in 2016. He began to work as a marketing executive for Snakebite, a German manufacturer of consumer electronics and video game accessories.
And Nicki's going to tell us all about it.
Yeah, well, Unio is really a very diverse product. It's a home entertainment hub for the whole household, for the whole family. It's a tablet, which is the brain of the system. It's a smart TV, and it's a video game console, all in one product. The way that it works is...
It was while here Nicki began to formulate a business plan to bridge the gap between realism and affordability in sim hardware. He was able to convince Snakebite to join as a partner in his vision and to provide capitalization for his plan. In 2017, Nicki founded Honeycomb Aeronautical, a brand that quickly became synonymous with innovation in the flight sim space. Under Nicki's leadership, Honeycomb soared with the initial enthusiasm that captivated the community. Their flagship products like the Alpha Flight Control Yoke and the Bravo Throttle Quadrant revolutionized home sim setups. These weren't just basic controls. They featured high-quality sensors for precise control, more realistic control feel, and the inclusion of additional control switches that usually required add-on hardware. The Alpha Yoke, for example, included a panel for electrical and light switches as well as a magneto starter switch. The Bravo Throttle Quadrant was even more versatile, including not only 6 lever axes, but also controls for landing gear with lights, flap controls, trim wheel, autopilot controls, and even 7 additional user-assignable switches. It also included 2 sets of handles for the axes to mimic both conventional prop aircraft and jet airline style controls. This was brilliant, and Nicki deserves the credit for his innovative designs. At events like FSExpo, Honeycomb wowed crowds with promises of even more, including the matching Charlie rudder pedals and the Delta displays that could mount on the Alpha and Bravo to create a full-featured cockpit. Nicki even unveiled plans for a new flight sim academy with locations to educate aspiring young pilots for free, utilizing Honeycomb gear. Nicki's never-ending promises of more built a loyal fan base, turning Honeycomb into a go-to for realistic, affordable hardware that felt like it belonged in a real cockpit. How could a business with such a powerful, current, and promised future product line like this possibly go wrong? From the beginning, it seemed that Honeycomb might become a victim of their own success. With the Alpha Yoke first announced in 2017, it seemed everybody wanted one. Unfortunately, pre-orders didn't begin till 2 years later, in August 2019. With everyone stuck at home during COVID and the concurrent release of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, there was a sudden and dramatic growth in flight simulation participation. Unfortunately, Honeycomb's difficulty meeting promised release dates and the inability to rapidly scale production caused them to miss this unique opportunity to grow market share. The unmet demand caused other more nimble and better capitalized companies like Thrustmaster and Turtle Beach to recognize the opportunity and either enter or expand their product line in the flight sim hardware market. The story continued with promised shipping dates unmet and customer frustration. Compelled by the game-changing products, most customers stood by their pre-orders. The Alpha Yoke, unveiled in 2017, finally shipped in earnest in 2020. The Bravo throttle from 2017 was promised in early 2020, but actually shipped in 2021. And the Charlie rudder pedals took pre-orders in 2020, but never delivered under Nicki's tenure. This seemed to be a predictable pattern for Nicki while at Honeycomb. Unveil cool, game-changing products to excite the customers way before they could be finally shipped. Repeatedly teasing the community with promise of new product on top of new product and not delivering led to customer frustration and skepticism. There was ravenous demand to replace the tired old technology in sim hardware, but Honeycomb wasn't delivering. By early 2024, cracks also appeared in Honeycomb's partnership with Snakebite Group. Initially intended to scale production and distribution, this partnership soured into a bitter dispute. Allegations flew from both sides: financial mismanagement, unmet promises, and control issues. Nicki Repenning, the founder of CE, was abruptly removed from the company's leadership and even erased from their website. In a detailed statement, Nicki accused Snakebite of breaching agreements and undermining the brand's vision. Snakebite countered with claims of their own, painting a picture of mismanagement and a business deal gone bad. The fallout was public and painful. Community forums buzzed with confusion. Reddit threads and X-posts debated who to trust. The accusations read like an afternoon TV soap opera. Customers also started reporting delays in warranty support and product availability, further eroding the goodwill Honeycomb had built. Nicki shared documentation to defend his side, emphasizing his commitment to the sim community. Ultimately, he stepped away, leaving Honeycomb under new management and sparking question about the brand's future direction. Under Snakebite, Honeycomb has steadily rebuilt by restarting production of its flagship Alpha and Bravo product lines and is even finally shipping the very long-awaited Charlie rudder pedals. Their product roadmap includes many additional products first announced by Nicki. Yet like a phoenix from the ashes, Nicki Repenning didn't stay grounded for long. In March 2025, he unveiled Meridian GMT, his new venture that he claims is backed by one of the largest engineering and manufacturing powerhouses in the gaming industry. Drawing from his Honeycomb roots, Meridian GMT promises a fresh start with core principles: unmatched realism, modularity for endless customization, and deep community collaboration. Already the buzz is building. At FS Weekend 2025, Nicki revealed the first products, the Sierra Plus yoke and the Tango Plus throttle quadrant, featuring advanced modular designs, precision engineering, and even an Xbox-style controller tailored for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Early previews highlight innovations like swappable handles, enhanced sensors, and a focus on user feedback, echoing Honeycomb's best traits, but with lessons learned from past pitfalls. Nicki's promises of big things currently have only non-working mock-ups to show for them, and are eerily reminiscent of the early Honeycomb days. At the recent FSExpo 2025, Meridian GMT had a massive booth that featured mostly just a lounge, and with only 3D printed mock-ups of the promised yoke and throttle, and a working version of the flight simulator gaming style controller. The mock-up displays even sported "Do Not Touch" placards. Will Meridian GMT succeed or face similar storms for Nicki? Optimists point to his track record. The products he shepherded at Honeycomb continue to sell well and receive rave reviews from users. No one questions that Nicki dreams big and has a penchant for bold, innovative designs. However, he has constantly promised products long before they actually ship, frustrating customers. Yes. Also, the prices of Honeycomb products, which have risen 50% above their initial levels, call into question Nicki's ability to accurately forecast costs and to profitably market products. Backed by sound marketing and financial management, and coupled with robust manufacturing capability, Meridian GMT could avoid the production woes that plagued Honeycomb under Repenning. Many flight sim enthusiasts are excited, with many saying they've held off on Honeycomb purchases to support Nicki's comeback. Skeptics, however, warn of history repeating. Nicki claims to have a well-heeled partner this time that he can work with. Still, the previous Honeycomb split highlights risks in all startups, and especially partnerships. People with personal experience say Nicki's design acumen is often offset by his lack of skill in managing day-to-day operational details. Some others said he can be difficult to work with if things are not going right. The customer service lapses towards the end of Repenning's tenure at Honeycomb left scars. Will this new team prioritize transparency and support to win back customer trust? And of course, at the recent Flight Sim Expo, Nicki continues to make big promises for the future.
So I will say this much. I'm working on something. I'm working on it in partnership with several. No, I can't say that. I'm not alone on making sure that this thing is going to be stellar.
All right.
It will use technology that has never been used in simulation before. Significantly more advanced than anything else. And it will be half the price of what is out there on the market now.
Wow.
So, but it won't be this year.
All right.
So you kind of put me on the spot. I was not an and I'm not. Yeah. But yeah, that we're doing that. But I know what the timeline is. But I've already said too much. Yeah.
Will Nicki be able to live up to his big promises? Only time will tell, but Meridian GMT will offer Nicki a chance at redemption as he seeks a different end to the story this time around. Ironically, now his main competition may likely be the very products he conceived and developed and now have a considerable market share. In the end, Nicki Repenning's story is a testament to the highs and lows of innovation startup businesses. From SATEC's successes to Honeycomb's triumphs and trials to Meridian GMT's bold launch, he's demonstrated his keen vision for the future evolution of flight sim hardware. Can Nicki gather a team that can augment his skills at marketing and product development with the needed skills in finance, supply chain, and customer service? He's also facing headwinds to win back the trust of the sim community in a market that's not nearly as wide open as when Honeycomb first launched. Will this be Honeycomb 2.0? If passion and proper execution prevail, the skies look hopeful for a success. We hope so, because if Meridian GMT wins, it will be a win for the whole sim community. What do you think? Will Meridian GMT redeem Nicki or prove the naysayers right? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you like these videos, please subscribe, comment, share with your friends.